Okay, it's taking its time. It says
That's
it's Friday.
It's Friday for everybody. Everybody
It's
and everything.
Friday for YouTube. I know, it's always. Okay. All right. All right. We are on live, and I'm going to go ahead and send this link over. So teachers, the teachers will be live with us. I'm going to turn that sound off. Okay. Teachers are going to,
Everybody.
there we go. Join us live, and their kiddos are going to watch via their Zoom.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. All right, so there they go. Okay, so hopefully in the next 30 seconds or so, they will start joining. Let me send you the link.
I see the teacher screens, or I'm just going to see my screen?
That's a good question. They're joining the live feed. So I think what I'm going to do is let me paste the live feed link in here for you so you can open that if you want in a different window. And then maybe open that and mute it so you'll see who's on there, if that makes sense. I don't remember if we even did it that way. I think last time we did this, we didn't, I don't know that we even shared that. Live feed. So I think what I'm going to do is let me got it. There you are. Want a different window? The only thing confusing is that live feed is there's a delay.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, I muted it and I watch it just to see who's coming on. Oh wait, here comes Hortensia.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. I just thought I would do a welcome and get us started with our teams.
That's wonderful. So you're the host now again.
Again, okay.
But I went ahead and started the live feed, so we're all good to go. It's currently on. I sent the link to everybody, so hopefully they'll be joining us.
And I made you the host again.
Oh, you just don't want to take that power.
No, because I don't see our meeting ending anytime soon. So I'm going to say good morning and welcome. So
no, I know.
Can you edit the live stream, or are we? This is it. This is what it'll show. Can we?
Well,
edit
they only see it live.
Oh,
we can edit after it's complete. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
So, Mr. John, our district is in the midst of negotiating going back into the classroom. So that's why Hortensia got pulled into a meeting today.
So my apologies, and I know my maestras and our Beamer Bears and our families will understand. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome today's guest. Buenos días, osos poderosos. Ese es Director Hernández. Buenos días. Es viernes. Qué día tan feliz. Tenemos un invitado hoy, Mr. John. Es nuestro autor que va a venir a leer a nuestras clases. This morning, we are super excited to welcome our guest, Mr. John, who is a renowned artist and author who will be joining us today and reading his book to our TK through second grade students, and later on, he'll be joining third grade. So today, we're going to read and hear about the adventures of Joshua and Pip. And there it is. And Mr. John, I surprised my teachers and told them I'm ordering the book for all of our TK through third grade teachers. What? So I'm super excited to have you here today. And our students are in for a treat. And thank you so much for joining us this Friday morning. And thank you to Ms. Darcy for helping us with all things tech savviness. But welcome. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce a little bit about yourself before we dive in. And muchísimas gracias por estar aquí.
Okay, but wait.
Yes.
Before you do that.
Yes.
Teachers haven't joined yet, so I'm going to make sure.
Okay, so let me message them. I just emailed.
I just sent them the email, so.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
I mean, I sent it a few minutes ago.
Okay, and they're probably logging into Zoom right now. And I see Jessica has emailed us the Zoom for third grade, which will be roughly when we're done here.
And I'm going to put that in the chat for myself now and then.
Oh, and Mr. John, I wanted to show you a picture of my senior who is graduating.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, he is my senior.
Yeah, so you
I know we talked about him.
Send him on over to the East Coast. Come on.
Oh, my heart can handle that, but I will follow him wherever he goes.
He'll give you a reason to travel. That's how you got to
think.
Yes.
Yeah. Remember, I told you what he said. He wanted to go to Xavier, and I was like, That's so far.
But you get to go to Louisiana, so that's, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
So, we have 7 people watching, so that's 5.
Awesome.
5 plus myself and Mr. John.
Awesome. Well, good morning again, Beamer
Yeah.
Bears. I know some of you are just joining us. Buenos días, osos poderosos. Buenos días a Darcy. Buenos días a Mr. John, que están con nosotros esta mañana. Good morning to all of our Beamer Bear families. And good morning to Miss Darcy, who is helping us this morning with everything technology. And good morning to Mr. John, our invited guest. He is going to be reading his personal story to us today. We are such lucky Beamer Bears today. He is going to be reading his story, The Adventures of Joshua and Pip. And all of our TK3 teachers will be receiving that book as well. So I want to honor and welcome Mr. John to Beamer Park Elementary School today. Buenos dias, Mr. John.
Hello, buenos dias. How you doing?
We're doing fabulous. And we're so excited to host you today. And I can't wait to hear this story and learn more about Joshua and Pip. And again, we are so excited to host you as our students have been looking forward to our guest today. And I know you are going to do an amazing job. I will have to step out and I will leave you in wonderful hands with Darcy and our Beamer Bears, who are going to be so welcoming. Y como osos poderosos, vamos a demostrar orgullo de Beamer. We're going to show our Beamer pride. Have a wonderful morning. And thank you again, Mr. John, for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Take care.
Thank
All
you.
right. And I'm going to change the view here. So take it away, Mr. John.
All right. Good morning. Buenos dias to everybody out there. My name is Mr. John. I am from Virginia, which is on the East Coast of the United States, and I'm a librarian. I'm also a storyteller and an author, and I wrote a book called The Adventures of Joshua and Pip. I wrote this book because I used to tell my sons bedtime stories at night, and they really loved them. And then one day they told me that I need to make a book. And so I said I would. And they made sure that I created that book. So at the beginning of last year, I was able to publish my book, The Adventures of Joshua and Pip, which we will read this morning. But before we do all of that, before we get into reading the book, first, I have a couple of songs that I like to do when I do story time. And one of the songs is called Zoom, 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 okay? Now, I can't see you right now, so hopefully you will follow the instructions. And one of the instructions is I want you to stand up. So if you can stand up for me, stand up. If you can, if not, don't worry. You could do something else if you can't stand up. But I just want you to be able to stand up. And the first thing we do in order to do Zoom, Zoom, Zoom is we put our hands together like this. You see that? We put our hands together. Yeah, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up and down with our hands like this. Like that. You see it? You see it? Good job. I know you're following along. Now, I'm going to teach you the song. And the song goes, zoom, 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 we're flying to the moon. Zoom, 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 we'll get there very soon. Then you're going to put your 5 fingers up, 5 fingers, yep, like a 5 there. And we're going to count down from 5. And as we count down from 5, we're going to squat down. So we're going to say in 5, 4, you see I'm getting lower, 3, getting lower, 2, 1, and then at the end we're going to say blast off. And you're going to jump as high as you can in the air. Now raise your hand if you think you can jump higher than Mr. John. Let me see. Who? Oh, did you raise your hand? Okay. All right, we're going to find out. All right, here we go. We're going to do it a couple of times because this is your first time doing it. So hands together, hands together. Good job, good job. Here we go. Uno, dos, tres. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're flying to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll get there very soon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay, that was your first time. That was the practice. That was the practice run. You know, when you go to the moon, they always do a practice before they actually go to the moon. So this is the real one here. This is the one that counts. All right, here we go. Hands together. Hands together. If you have brothers or sisters or mom and dad or abuela, if they're there, see who can jump the highest. Here we go. Uno, dos, tres. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're flying to the moon. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We'll get there very soon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Good job, good job. Okay, so stay up, stay standing up. I got one other song I want to do, and then we're going to read our book today, okay? And this song is called Hands Go Up, okay? Hands go up. And it goes like this. Hands go up. Get them up, get them up, get them up. You see them up? And hands go down, down to the floor. Good job. I can turn myself around and around and around. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. All right, stop, 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 stop. I can stand up on one shoe. Let me see. Can you stand up on one shoe? Let me see. Oh, it's getting hard for Mr. John. Good job. I can listen. Escuche. So can you. I can sit. I'll show you how. Story time is starting now. All right, good job. Good job. And teachers and parents, feel free to take that song and use it if you haven't used it before. Now I'm going to read my book, and I'm going to switch my background because the background does not work well with reading the book. So you get to see Mr. John's real house, real room. Okay, yeah, there it is. This is how I normally do my story time, my virtual story times when I'm at the library. All right, here we go. So here's my book, The Adventures of Joshua and Pip. There it is. That's Joshua, that's Pip. And they are in, what is that? What is that they're in right there? What does it look like? It looks like a plane, right? It looks like a plane, but it also looks like a box. Oh my goodness. Can you make an airplane out of a box? Can you do that? And what is this? What is this? Is this a, what is that? Como, is that arbol? Arbol? See? Is this a tree? A tree? Yeah, it's a tree. Here we go. The Adventures of Joshua and Pip. All right. All right, can you see? I want to make sure you can see it. Here we go. Once upon a time, on a blissfully bright day, sat a little boy named Joshua. And there's Joshua right there, sitting on the hill, sitting on the hill. Como se dice hill in Espanol? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. So y'all let me know. Let me know in the comments or in the chat. He wore black glasses, a red shirt, rojo, and a sky blue blanket as a cape. Oh, look at that. Oh, and there's his box. You see it? There's his box. Joshua had a cardboard box. He made it into an airplane. He wanted to fly it down Oak Tree Hill. He wanted to fly down Oak Tree Hill. He was nervous. Nervous, I believe is it nervioso? I might have messed that one up. But ready to give it a try. First, Joshua placed the box at the edge of the hill. He stepped in and yelled, "Fly, box, fly!" But nothing happened, nada. Joshua was confused. Can you do confused? Can you do confused face? Joshua was confused. Second, Joshua jumped up and down in the box. The box barely budged. Joshua was frustrated. Let me see frustrated. Frustrado. Let me see frustrated. Frustrated. On his third try, Joshua decided to run and jump into the box. He raced towards the box as fast as he could. He leaped inside, but instead of flying down the hill, Joshua tumbled. Now Joshua was angry. Let me see your angry face. Let me see your angry face. Show someone your angry face. Good job. Suddenly, a little boy appeared at the top of Oak Tree Hill. He wore a sky blue shirt, soccer shoes, and a green blanket as a cape. Yep, you see, his blanket is green. They have something in common. He has a green blanket. What else do they have in common, though? Yeah, he has a sky blue shirt. He had a sky blue blanket, right? Y'all remember that? Hi, I'm Pip. What are you doing? Pip asked. I'm trying to fly my cardboard box down the hill, but it's not working, said Joshua. Did you try putting it on the edge? Pip questioned. See, Joshua replied. Did you try jumping in the box? Pip inquired. Sip, Joshua frowned. Did you try running and jumping in the box? Pip proposed. Yes, nothing works, pouted Joshua. Joshua was sad. Oh no, let me see your sad face. Sad. I got it, piped Pip. If I push you in the box and then jump in, I bet we will fly down the hill, Pip proclaimed. Okay. Let's do it, Joshua hoped. Joshua imagined he was in the cockpit of a jet. Pip took off like he was powered by rockets. They both screamed, "Fly, box, fly!" Pip jumped in and then zoom, zoom, zoom. Where did you hear that before? Joshua and Pip flew down the hill. They soared like birds. They fluttered like mariposas. They glided like flying squirrels. Then the boys landed at the bottom of Oak Tree Hill. They laughed as they spilled out of the flying box. Let's do that again, they shouted. Pip and Joshua played on the hill all day until the shining sun began to rest its eyes in the western sky. At the same time, their parents called them home. See you tomorrow, Joshua asked. See, at the top of Oak Tree Hill, answered Pip. And that is the end of Joshua and Pip's first adventure. All right. How did y'all like that? How did y'all like that? Was that good? Was it good? can't hear you, so I'm just gonna clap like I think you're clapping.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I tried to throw a little Spanish in there that I knew. I hope I got them right. All right. So how much time do we have now?
Well, we have probably 10 minutes, everybody, at least. So if there are any questions, you guys, teachers, why don't you see if your kiddos have any questions, and then you can send them to us on the YouTube live chat. And then maybe Mr. John, would you like to answer some questions if they have them?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's see if we get any questions on there.
All right, there we go. Because if we don't get questions, I might could tell a story in this time if we don't get any question. Oh, you're muted, Miss Darcy, so I can't hear you.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Would you like to tell a story? I think we have time.
All right. Okay. And if we get a question, we can do it at the end. Okay. So this story is one of my favorite stories that I like to tell this age of students. It's called The Hungry Old Lady. Hungry. I think hungry in Espanol is hambre. Yes, hambre. Let's see what it would be. La vieja hambre, la hambre vieja, the hungry old lady. Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a hungry old lady that lived at the bottom of a hill. This old lady had a son, but her son moved out and married a woman, and they moved to the top of the hill. And this woman had her daughter-in-law. Her new daughter was so wonderful, and one of the great things that her daughter could do was she was a very good cook. She could cook any food you could think of. So one morning, the hungry old lady woke up, and she was what? What do you think she was? What do you think? How did she feel? She was hungry. Yes, hambre. She was hungry. And so she went to her cupboard, and when she looked in her cupboard, it was bare. She opened her cupboard. That's her cabinet. It was bare, or it was empty. It was empty. There was nothing in there, nada. So she thought to herself, what am I going to do? I'm so hungry. But then she looked out of her small window, and she could see her son and her daughter-in-law's house at the top of the hill. And she said, oh, I know my daughter has some wonderful food made. I'm going to go up there and ask her for something to eat. So she put on her clothes. She went and she got her cane, her walking stick like this, and she set off to go up the hill. When she got to the bottom of the hill, she had to say some words she had to say in order to get up the hill. So what she would say in order to get up the hill, since she was so old, was this: a ricky ticky tick, a ricky ticky tick, here I come on my walking stick. You see that? All right. So I'm going to need your help to get the old lady up the walking stick. Okay. So hold up your walking stick. Hold it up in the air. Hold it up. Now bring it down. Boom. Here we go. A ricky ticky tick. A ricky ticky tick. Here I come on my walking stick. A ricky ticky tick. A ricky ticky tick. Here I come on my walking stick. And then she ran into this animal. This animal was gray and furry, and it had a long nose and mouth and sharp claws, teeth. And it said, "Arr!" What animal is that? What animal is that? The wolf. That's right, it's the wolf. And the wolf looked at the old lady and said, hello, old lady. You look mighty good today. Good enough to eat. I'm going to have you for lunch. But the old lady said, Oh, silly Wolfie, Wolfie, you don't want to eat me. I'm all skin and bones. But I'm going to my daughter's house. And when I get there, I'm going to eat lots of food. And when I come back, I'm going to be big and fat. And then you can eat me. And the wolf thought about it and said, okay, I'll let you pass. And she said, bye, Wolfie, Wolfie. So everyone say bye to the wolf. Bye, Wolfie, Wolfie. Good job, Art. Get your walking stick. Hold it up, bring it down. Boom. Here we go. A ricky ticky tick, a ricky ticky tick. Here I come on my walking stick. A ricky ticky tick, a ricky ticky tick. Here I come on my walking stick. And she ran into another animal. This one was big with brown fur and big paws and like honey. And he said, roar. What animal was that? Which one is it? Yes, the bear. That's right, the bear. And the bear said, hello, old lady. Oh, you look mighty good today. Good enough to eat. I think I'm going to have you for lunch. But the old lady said, oh, silly berry bear. You don't want to eat me. I'm all skin and bones. But I'm going to my daughter's house. And when I get there, I'm going to eat lots of food. And when I come back, I'm going to be big and fat. And then you can eat me. And the bear thought about it. He said, oh, that sounds a lot better. You can go. And the woman said bye to the bear, said bye to the bear. Bye, berry bear. Bye, berry bear. Good job. Get your walking stick. Get your walking stick. Hold it up. Bring it down. Boom. Here we go. A ricky ticky tick. A ricky ticky tick. Here I come on my walking stick. A ricky ticky tick. A ricky ticky tick. Here I come on my walking stick. And she ran into another animal. This one was orange, naranja. It was orange with whiskers and it had black stripes and big fangs. And it said, rawr. Which animal was that? Yes, El Tigre. Yes, see, El Tigre, the tiger. Yes. And the tiger looked at the old woman and said, hello, old lady. Oh, you look mighty good today. Good enough to eat. I think I'm going to have you for lunch. But the old lady said, what? Oh, silly tigey. You don't want to eat me because I'm all skin and bones. But I'm going, where is she going? Yes, to her daughter's house. And when she get there, what is she going to do? Yes, she's going to eat lots of food. And when she come back, she's going to be what? Big and fat. And then you can eat me. And the tiger thought about saying, that really does sound good. And so he said, you can go ahead and go. And so the old woman said bye to the tiger. She said, bye, tigey. Say bye to the tiger. Bye, tigey. All right, one more time. Get your walking stick. Put it down. Boom. A ricky ticky tick. A ricky ticky tick. Here I come on my walking stick. A ricky ticky tick. A ricky ticky tick. Here I come on my walking stick. And she got to her daughter's house. She knocked on the door. Her daughter opened the door and said, Mama, how you doing? And she said, oh, baby, I'm so hungry. Do you have anything to eat? She said, yes, I got lots of food to eat. And so she had rice and she had chicken. Yeah, she had all kinds of, she had cake. She had pizza, and she ate all of this food, the rice and the chicken and the pizza. Oh, she ate the ice cream, the helado. Oh, she ate the ice cream, and then she finished it all up with a slice of pumpkin pie. And she said, oh, it was so good. And when she finished, she sat back in her chair, and she was what? She was big, and she was fat, and she was tired. And she said, oh, baby, it's time for me to go. I'm so tired. I need to go home and go to sleep. And she walked to the door. But when she got to the door, she remembered something. What did she remember? The animals. Yes, los animales. Yes, they were waiting. They were waiting to eat her. She said, daughter, what am I going to do? The animals are waiting. But her daughter had a big pumpkin. It was hollowed out. Yes, muy grande. Yes. And so she said, you can climb into the pumpkin and I can push you down. So she climbed into the pumpkin. She pulled in her walking stick and her daughter pushed her down the hill. she took her hand. Now, this is how she went down the hill. We're going to go real fast. It goes, here I come, in my pumpkin, here I come, here I come, here I come, in my pumpkin, here I come. Boom! Rawr! Who did she run into? Yes, the tiger. And the tiger looked and said, this looks like a pumpkin, but it smells like an old lady. But the old lady said, oh no, there's no old ladies here, just a pumpkin rolling home. And so the tiger thought about it and said, okay. And so the tiger pushed the pumpkin down the hill. Get your arms up. You ready? Here I come, in my pumpkin, here I come, here I come, here I come, in my pumpkin, here I come. Boom! Oh, who did she run into this time? Oh, yes, the bear, the bear. Oh, and the bear looked and said, oh no, what is this? It looks like a pumpkin, but it smells like an old lady. But again, the old lady said, oh no, there are no old ladies here, just a pumpkin rolling home. And so the bear thought about it and said, okay. And so the bear pushed the pumpkin down the hill. And so we rolling down the hill again. Here we go. Here I come, in my pumpkin, here I come. Real fast. Here I come, in my pumpkin, here I come. Boom! Ooh. Who did she run into? Yes, the wolf, Lobos, the wolf. And so the wolf looked and said, this looks like a pumpkin, but it smells like an old lady. But again, the old lady said, oh no, there's no old lady, just a pumpkin rolling home. But you see, the wolf had a long nose, and the wolf said, no, this has to be an old lady. He started pawing at the pumpkin until the top came off, and he saw the old lady inside, and he said, "Arr!" But the old lady still had her walking stick, and the old lady poked the wolf in the eye and jumped out of the pumpkin and ran home, and she lived happily ever after. And that's the end of my story. All right. How did y'all like that?
That was wonderful.
Yes, wonderful. I'm glad you liked it.
We have some questions for you,
Go ahead.
Mr. John. Actually, we have a couple of comments and a question.
Okay.
So, in Maestra Ascende's class, Natalia says that Mr. John's reading was pretty good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Gracias.
And Olivia and Sophia from kindergarten said they really liked the story.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Gracias.
And then a question from Maestra Tafoya's class from Victoria. She would like to know how long it took you to write your story.
Well, that first story, it didn't really take me that long because I had already created it when I was telling it to my sons. That was the first story that I made up when I told them a bedtime story. So all I had to do was make it good enough for a book, because when you're telling a story, you can kind of do all kinds of fancy things. So it probably took me a few hours to write. It didn't take me long at all. The few hours I had to write it, and then after I wrote it, I finished it, I reread it, and I took some things out and added some things and tried to make it, nice and neat. And probably a few hours. I would say 3 hours.
Wow. I guess once you've told a story often, you kind of have it up here and it's easier to write it on paper.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think, and Maestra Salazar said second grade loved it.
Yes.
So they wanted you to know.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Well, I think on behalf of all of our TK first and second graders and Maestra Hortensia, I will say thank you so much for sharing with everybody this morning.
Thank y'all for having me.
This has been so much fun for me to be a part of.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. I look forward to coming back sometime.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we'll say bye to all of our classes for now, and we're going to go off and see some more students.
Hasta pronto.